Good morning, Dopey. Your favorite podcast. Now a YouTube show.
Good morning, Dopey. Welcome to another episode of Good Morning, Dopey. My name is David, and I'm joined by my friend Howard.
Yes.
Howard, does anybody call you Howard or just Howie?
Some people do. I don't care.
Who calls you Howard?
Some people I work with call me Howard. My fucking camera again. I just saw it. I think it's stuttering. Ugh.
You see the way my hairline is receding and then also kind of like growing over?
Oh. Is that called a widow's peak?
No.
A 5 head?
This is a...
I think that's like a 5, 4, 3 head.
This is just too much recession.
Or
Today
something
is
special.
February 26th. No ordinary success story.
1994.
Checking your
Checking your
Let me
mail.
see if I can find another comment to read.
Oh, God.
Oh, do you want to see what this guy said about me? He called me the Arabic Tom Hanks
I saw that.
Ted Cruz.
Now, let me see. Arabic Tom Hanks. I mean, obviously it's an anti-Semitic comment. I'm getting, Jew is what he's saying, which is fine. Sure. But what was the other one?
Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. And what is that? Because of the beard?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Because you went away on vacation when your state was in disarray.
You want to hear a funny thing?
A funny Ted Cruz story? Yes.
Yeah, and Dopey Nation people might know this story.
I love a good Ted Cruz
There's
story.
a big-time Dopey Nation fan named Austin. Austin is he's got
from
a
Austin?
No, he's from Florida. He's got a giant Dopey tattoo on his thigh. He went to DopeyCon in Manhattan. He actually won this candle. I still haven't sent it to him, but this is Austin's candle.
Huh. Just put it right in front of your face. Can you put it on to the other side so it doesn't block your shot?
And
Austin from Florida, yep.
Austin posted in Dopey Nation a picture of Ted Cruz with the Dopey logo over his eyes and saying, "Oh, it's Dave." And I got very hurt.
Because of the beard.
No, because he thought I looked like Ted Cruz, and I got very hurt. And I yelled at Austin, and Austin apologized and whatever. And then I took
What were you hurt about?
because I don't want to look like Ted Cruz.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm sensitive. I don't want to look like Ted Cruz. So I take Susan and we go to the playground, and by the water, and we're walking by the water, and some guy goes, "Excuse me," and I said, "What?" And he goes, "Has anyone ever told you you look like Ted Cruz?"
Wow. I'm not getting it, but I guess it's a thing.
I know.
I mean, listen, there are worse people to look like.
I guess. Anyway, today is February 26th. No ordinary success story. AA is no success story in the ordinary sense of the word. It is a story of suffering transmuted under grace into spiritual progress. I love all this transmutation stuff today. Don't you like it?
I don't even understand what that word means.
Transmutation?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, I think it's from the old mythos. It's to transform like lead into gold, water into wine.
Okay.
I think that's actually
Like from one form to a completely unrelated form. Okay.
Under grace into spiritual progress. Upon entering AA, I listened to others talk about the reality of their drinking, loneliness, terror, and pain. As I listened further, I soon heard a description of a very different kind, the reality of sobriety. It is a reality of freedom and happiness, of purpose and direction, and of serenity and peace with God, ourselves, and others. By attending meetings, I am reintroduced to that reality over and over. I see it in the eyes and hear it in the voices of those around me. By working the program, I find the direction and strength with which to make it mine. The joy of AA is what this new reality is available to me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just about the transmutation more than anything else. The fact that it's no ordinary success story because you're coming from such a deficit and you wind up in such a surplus of spiritual goodness. I really like this. I think that's why this whole show is interesting, not necessarily Good Morning Dopey, but the show in general, because it really is trying to achieve a success story. It's trying to grasp victory from the jaws of defeat and to try to create something positive out of something totally negative. I feel good about that. How, you want to add anything?
Yeah. No, I think that's also a great outlook on life is, the old saying, make lemon from lemonade. No, make lemonade from lemons. It sounds like it should be the other way around. But I think it's great. I think that's a very healthy outlook. It all seems like it's very related, all of these things that we've been doing
You think
this
so?
week. Well, there's got to be some.
Well, this
evolution over the
week
course
has
of the
all
year.
been about paradoxes,
Yep.
and finding the light within the darkness,
Yep.
which is very beautiful.
And also, it works for anyone. You don't have to be struggling with addiction. All of these things make sense to me, and I think they're great.
I'm sure, like, do you think is any of the percentage of the people, how many people would you imagine are the regular watchers of Good Morning Dopey?
On YouTube?
Yeah. They don't, where else do they watch it?
3 or 4? I
Where
don't
else
know.
do they watch it?
That's true. 3 or 4.
No, seriously.
What do you mean a regular? I don't know, 100?
There's 100 people. How many of them do you think aren't in recovery?
Oh, that's a very good question. I was always assuming everyone is.
And then also, but maybe some are just still using. But then how many are still using? How many are in recovery? How many just want to gain this stuff to have a better normal life, like you just prescribed?
Yeah. Well,
Or describe.
I never thought in a million years that any of this would be relevant to someone who is not struggling with addiction. So like that already blows my mind because I hear it like this sounds like a religious text. Seems like it could be beneficial to
Isn't
anyone.
it weird that we're spending all this time on this quasi-religious text? Isn't that fucking weird?
No, I think someone who is religious wouldn't think it's weird. So I don't think it's anything.
But you're
weird.
not religious. I'm not
But
religious.
I don't think it's weird. I don't think religion is weird.
I think it's weird. I don't think religion is
No,
weird.
I think there's definitely some, even if you don't believe in God, you could still listen to these messages, replace the word with whatever you want, and you could think like, yeah, that makes sense. I should be gracious. I shouldn't be selfish. All right.
Grateful. Not
See,
gracious. What is gracious?
The idea that you should, put other people first.
That's gracious?
No. I'm saying that
It's
that
like
idea-
the golden rule.
Yeah, I think these could be applicable to anybody. If you-
Gracious is courteous, kind, and pleasant, elegant and tasteful, especially as exhibiting wealth or high social society. In Christian belief, showing divine grace. I am saved by God's gracious intervention on my behalf.
Sure. It all sounds good to me. I say whatever works. If this is what it takes to get people to lead a healthier life, God bless them.
He spoke like 3 minutes too long. You were good like 3 minutes ago. All right.
Damn, I tried.
Stay strong, Dopey Nation. Fucking toodles for Chris.
Dopey, I'm face down on the floor.